Welcome and thank you for joining me. My name's Nick Barnsdall and I'm here to help you in your business. Nick Barnsdall here with you again to impart some small and medium-sized business knowledge to all you business owners out there. Today I'd like to talk to you about business reporting on a basic level. So often what I find in business is that most business owners, as soon as you start talking about the financials of the business, the eyes start glazing over. So what I've found over the time is really helpful to most business owners is to be able to extract the really important data from your company financials and put it into a really small basic business report on a monthly basis, so that can help you navigate the direction of your business. Most people are at the front end of the business and are doing applying their trade as such particularly well, but don't have a real handle on the metrics of the business. So let's have a quick run through that. So starting at the start, most businesses have some kind of digital accounting system, whether that be MYOB or Xero or something of that nature. So probably, unless you've got something like that, this is going to be very difficult. So I guess step one is to ensure that you do have an accounting system within your business, a digital accounting system. Secondly, you want to have a bookkeeper or someone that's taking the role of a bookkeeper within your business, and so you can making sure that the data that's going into your accounting system is accurate, and then from there you want to make sure that the data is up to date at the end of each month. So it's probably at this point I'd say is you really want to have a good relationship with your bookkeeper and making sure that you're letting them know what you're trying to get out of the business, and that you do need the information on a real timely basis. So so really the key metrics I just want to talk about here is I guess your sales, right? So your sales, commonly called your revenue or sales revenue, is basically the income to the business. So it's whatever goods or services that you're selling through the business. So that's your top line sales revenue. So of course that is a really key metric to look at. Then secondly, we're talking about the gross profit. So that is the first line of profit there once the cost of each sale is taken out. Normally that can be, if it's a service, it might be the labour cost of your service, or if you're selling goods, then it will be the sales minus the cost of those goods coming through. So that'll get you to your top line gross profit. And then the third metric there we're looking at is overhead expenses. So that's the other expenses in your business. Okay, so really we want to just track that on a month-to-month basis to ensure that you're not having big swings and fluctuations within that. So that's kind of all your general overhead stuff. So that could be your electricity, for example, or the lease of your building, that type of thing. Just your day-to-day business expenses. Okay, and then the fourth metric that is really important is your net profit. So that's kind of the bit that you're left with after the other things are taken out. Okay, and then we'll start talking about debtors and creditors after that. So, once you've identified that those four initial metrics we're talking about, you want to get to the end of the month where that you can pull out of your accounting system, your digital accounting system in the business. You want to be able to pull out a profit and loss statement. Okay, and then from that, most people don't like the look of it and their eyes start glazing over, but you want to be able to pull out those four key metrics. So we're talking about the sales revenue, top line, we're talking about gross profit, we're talking about overhead expenses, and we're talking about net profit. So we just pull out those four numbers and just pop that down. We've got a template on our website there, you can go through to that and you can place those things in there, okay, and then that can see if you've got the current month, this month that you've just finished, so you've got the current month numbers in there, and then you want the last month numbers, and then you consecutively each month want to be pulling that data and then just going 1 month forward, so you can see, okay, here we are this month, and then here we are in relation to the previous month. And then once you get really comfortable with that, then we can start putting in some year-to-date data. So you put the cumulative number for the year to date, and then you can even put another column in there with the budget, but you'll see that on our template on our website there. So you start putting in, populating those four key metrics, as I said, get those in there, and then the next thing we want to talk about is a fifth and sixth metric, which I think is really important, and it's around the cash flow of the business, and that's your debtors, which your debtors are typically the people that have bought your product or service from you. Now, if you're in a cash flow heavy business where you don't have any accounts, people are paying immediately for you, well, that's great. That debtors won't be an issue. But if you've got people that are typically on maybe a 7, 14 or 30-day account or more in some cases, then you really want to be looking at that. So you want to run an aging debtors report. So what we want to extract out of that is just the summary, okay? So what we're looking at is who owes you money in the current period, and then who owes you money, say, at 30 days, at 60 days, and at 90 days. And so what we want to do then is marry that up with the final and the sixth metric, which is the creditors. So that is people that you owe money. So typically that will be your suppliers, or anyone that is supplying anything into your business. So then we go through and we pull the same type of report. It's an aging creditors report. Okay, so then we go through the same thing. We look at just the summary, and we go the summary of the creditors for current, for say again the 30 days, the 60 days, and the 90 days, covered over the same period. So what we get from that is that we've got an understanding of the monies that's owed to the business and the monies that is owed by the business. And I guess a typical scenario is where if you're working and you're in a busy business and you're working and you think, gee, we should be really doing well here, and you go and look in your bank account, and then the money that you thought was there is not there. It's down for some reason or other. You don't know why. Why is it down? So what I'm saying is by having this debtors and creditors aging summary, what it is you can use those as levers to control the flow of money in and the flow of money out. So by doing that is to make sure that you have got all your debtors are paying timely, and that you are paying your creditors a little bit behind that. Or if that's not possible, you're aligning yourself to your bank to ensure that you've got a facility that bridges that gap each month. So just to give you a bit of cushion in between, because sometimes you can have some debtors that for unforeseen circumstances cannot pay you, but you don't want that to hinder your business. So it's important to have that relationship with your bank as well. So just recapping on that, so we're talking about your top line sales revenue, we're talking about your gross profit, your overhead expenses, your net profit, and then we get into your debtors and the creditors, okay? By having a handle on those things on a monthly basis, you will be able to control your business far greater. You'll be in control of the destiny of the business. You'll sleep better at night, and you can have fun with it. And that's the key here is to being able to run your business and not be scared of the what ifs, what could happen. So it's really being able to control your business and take back that control. So I hope that helped, and we'll see you next time. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the show today. If you've got any comments or feedbacks, hop on our website or connect with us on social. Rate and review. If you like the show, that's great. If you didn't, we want to hear from that too. Or you can email me directly if you've got any questions, nb@nickbarnsdall.com.